Check my mic. Good. Are we doing good? Close to the nose. Maybe someone will come. Considering such a meme. Someone would, I hope. No. Okay. This looks fine. I think so. Let's start then. It is impossible to dissociate my story from that of Horatio the first. First beings to travel widely between the stars were known as the Endless. We know of no earlier form of intelligent life that moved between galaxies. Their history is glorious, but above all tragic. They unlock the secrets of time, space, stars, and life itself, unable to master their internal conflicts. What remains now of the Endless are strange, disjointed traces, in the form of seeds, of observatories, of experiments, cities and worlds. Perhaps, no, not all of this is clear or verifiable, in the forms of other peoples. Many starfaring civilizations have seen reason, for some have fallen as well. Events in recent history led to an explosion in the number of players on the galactic scene. One of these, undoubtedly major one, issue. Once upon a time, she was just a man, simple trillionaire. One night, a vision came to him, in the shape of a dream. The vision of an empire, eternal life. He left everything behind, venturing through the stars. Over the ages, he discovered many of his theories. By the Endless, knowledge and power grew. He created his first sons, his empire into a beacon of all that is brilliant and now the empire of Horatio flourishes. Horatio himself is the power to rival that of the themselves. Some say gods, dead now, thrive through our brother, God, Horatio. What's this? I hear a beautiful song. You don't want to wake up just yet. Let's go towards light. I think I hear someone. All the clones in this batch are to decanted today. I know this is earlier than the schedule planned for, but the schedule didn't plan for 2 patrol squads in the heartland of the Empire to go missing within. Just follow my lead and procedure will be... If you do well today, you might be promoted to junior lab technician earlier than expected. This would be amazing, sir. Don't interrupt. Most of the process is automated. Contrarily to some of the clone hatching sequences you've seen in class, the final steps are still done by hand. There are procedures for which a computer cannot be trusted. You have to rely on steady Horatio judgment. to our specimens. We'll handle clone births A through L. I'll do the other one and get to work. Can you hear me? Moment, I'm asleep. Next, I'm alone. The eyes struggle to adjust to the brightness of the room. Slow comes into focus. There's a man in a white and blue uniform. It's over me. Bald, elongated head, and a small concern on his face. Oh? Ah, you're awake. Great. I have a couple of questions for you. He shoves a small hollow pad in his face. It's very bright, and I recoil slightly, owning something. It starts flipping pages. It calls out. Come over, please. I need your help. And looks for a place to put down a hollow pad, and his outfit and the pocket's big enough to accommodate it. Tergus FO7? I'm talking to you. Get moving. Yes, sir. Come in. He looks down at me and ends up putting tablet down next to me. Be back. Trots away and out of sight. I struggle to prop myself up on one. Keep watching him. He stops at a platform some distance away. Visualize and another uniformed man is by. Looking at a side panel next to the platform. Three of them look exactly. How can I help, sir? The man points at the naked in front of him. It's faulty. It's aren't. So try to make sense of it all. People are. What do you mean, sir? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? He can hear us, but he can't respond. Something must have gone wrong during the process. Outside, he's fine, but his motor or educational upbringing is. The result is this useless hulk. What good is it being beautiful if you can't make everyone proud? The cloning rats near perfect, but every once in a while, some other part of the pipeline produces a disgusting abnormality. Let's take care of him and chalk him up as a total loss. What do you need me to do? Bull. One moment. The man called Tergus FO7 grabs the unmoving clone by the ankles and looks at the other clone. The latter has passed his hands and pulls him off the platform. Okay, back. We'll put the body in a recycling chute. This way, get the nutrients back. Think of it as his way of contributing. Both of them tug and pull haphazardly. Before long, they are panting. Can't afford to show weakness at this time, or ever. Everything. Everyone is perfect in Show Empire. It's the kindness we're doing to him when you think about it. I watch as they come nearer and realize about it down on the platforms. Them are staves of lying down or sitting up, looking at the grotesque scene with mild interest. Every single one of them is a carbon copy of in front of you. I catch my reflection in the surface, and suddenly I too glow. Oh. Alright. Back. A clone of them. Horatio. It is a good thing we caught this now, so we can fix it before his ceremony. Our records could need to be perfect. Otherwise we'll end up back to water station, counting only he knows what. This is a small blessing, really. For you and me, I mean. Him, not so much. Trio passes in front of me, and for a moment my eyes lock into those of the far from me, dead inside. See fear. Him. He knows he's going to be killed off because he's perfect. I sit up and try to figure out this test route. I want to follow this guy and shoot. Every time I think about what a memory test entails, come up with I think that's the issue right there. My body's functional, can understand what people are saying, think, but there's nothing of the memory implants they mentioned. I'm a blank slate. Prop him up while I open the chute. Got to do something about this. I turn around to look at the clone next to me, who's gazing around at me. Of studied detachment, our eyes lock and his expression shifts to a scowl. I haven't done anything to deserve it. Fidgeting on my platform. What they're looking at, substrate. Rummage for a good comeback. Guys seem to hold perfection in very high regards. I know what'll shut him right up. You're ugly. I'm just wondering whose clone you are. Surely can't be one of us. I like this one. I'm just wondering whose clone you are. Surely you can't be one of us. Takes him a moment, but eventually he gets it. Reddens and mutters under his breath. Definitely doesn't sound friendly. I realize we seem to be easily provoked. Causing a scene might just be my way out. I pull my legs off the platform. Just that. Catch something about to fall off. It's a holopad Tergus FO7 left by my side. Maybe there's some information in there that would help me cheat my way through the test instead. What should I do? Provoke a fight as distraction, or look for information to cheat on the test. I'm quite... I like a bit of violence in my game, so... provoke a fight. Time to investigate. Put the whole pad down on the platform. Throw myself at my neighbor, screaming. What did you just say to me? He's taken aback by a sudden outburst. And a beautiful first slap. Throws him off the platform. I try to shove him onto the ground. Grabs me by the head, which is surprisingly effective. And we both fall to the floor with a crash. We start swiping at each other with our eyes closed, grimacing and trying to protect our face from the blows. The other clones are coming around us, chanting, "Fight, fight, fight!" Others are saying things like, "Punch his ugly face," and "Show him who's got the best genes." We're not hurting each other much, but it gets tiring quickly. Thankfully, the lab technicians arrive and separate us. We're both panting and sweaty, which is unpleasant to me, but seems to be absolutely awful for the other guy. I win this round. That's enough, you two. You're going to mess up your pretty faces. Look at that, huh? What are you even fighting for? This is do or die. My opponent looks blindly around and spits out. He was looking funny at one of his betters. I told him to back off. He called me a substrate. I clearly have the better genes. Lab technician in charge looks at Turgis and snickers. Sort these idiots out. I'm going to let Indoctrination know we got a fisty bunch. Ow. He leaves the room. Turgis FO7 sighs and pinches the bridge of his nose. Okay. Everyone line up against the wall. Do a quick assessment and you'll be on your way. You two idiots sit in the idiot corner over here until we're done. You're clearly... You're clearly functioning, and you seem to have the exact amount of jealousy that you need. You should probably be tested for stupidity down the line. I'm sure you'll make a great first impression in Indoctrination. My opponent seems annoyed. I'm doing my best to mimic his expression, but I'm secretly relieved. He passed the test. Silence, but pumping in my ears, knowing until the testing is done, all the way. Sometime later, the assistant comes back. Thank you for waiting. I'm gonna ask you to please head to wardrobe, the next room over, where you'll find our station uniform. Anyone will do. We're all the same size, obviously. After that, you'll be directed towards Indoctrination. This will be followed by dinner, orientation. You'll be shown to your quarters. Now, this way, please. Door to the next room opens, and we step inside. I try to put a few people between me and my neighbor from the lab. A few tables at the front of the room. Uniforms are neatly stacked and folded next to one another. Look at one another. You look at one another until someone steps forward, grabs the uniform, looks at it warily, puts it on. We follow suit. Sort of a green jumpsuit with... It closes with a simple zipper in the front. From its pretty snug fit, fabric is sturdy yet comfortable. Endless merch, endless Horatio uniform. When I notice there are pairs of light boots under the table, so I take a pair. They're a bit tight. Put my hands in my pockets and look around me, waiting for what next. The wait doesn't last. After a minute, another door opens. Assistant from before is holding his whole pad and inside. Okay, normally there's somebody else. Show to indoctrination. We're a bit short-staffed at the moment, apparently. Rumble from my neighbors at this lack of decor. We've lit up a path on screens that'll guide you there. Just proceed down that whole concourse and follow instructions. Sorry about that. I shuffle out of the room and hesitantly hallways hoping that I get lost. Others are following me. Distance. No one seeming to take the initiative, to be familiar with our surroundings, but not with the layout of the mission. At least none of us pretend. I think no one wants to be the one down, making a mistake in front of the other. I've seen crossroads twice and stuck to the path indicated by screens. So far, so good. Keep walking. Follow. Eventually, I hear a murmuring in the distance, which grows to a distinct noise as I draw nearer. I see some bright lights in the distance, a much more colorful environment. Step out into a plaza, a cathedral of green and gold. Columns and grass everywhere. There's manicured trees and shrubs in every corner. Overhead, immense glass canopy. This must be a curse. Lots of odd people here. They're in the same jumpsuits as we are. Probably fresh new clothes like us. My jaded brethren are all murmuring among themselves in tones of amazement. They've talking out loud might make them fade away. This way, please. The voice cuts through the nose effortlessly. The moment as the conversations go quiet. Horatio has appeared on an immense hollow screen, inviting us to move along. No more hollow projections in the hallways leading to, what was it, indoctrination? Sounds unpleasant. Nevertheless, I meander a couple of minutes through each artist. This is a huge room, reach material from the deep carpeting, paneled walls. There are rows of one comfortable looking seats, all facing a wall covered with dense hollow columns, arcades, Horatio in a red suit is standing with arms crossed on a low podium of the screen. He has a look of studied annoyance on his face. Once all of us are inside the room, he speaks up. May I have your attention, please? Crowd falls silent. Voice carries across the room. Somewhere near the entrance, I can easily hear him. Please take a seat. Go all the way through the row. Just hold the center seats. Hear me just fine from the sides as well. There is a bit of a rush forward from the phones to do exactly the opposite of that. Soon enough, a cluster of Horatios are sitting prime seats, venting the rest of. Oh, for his sake, go around the audience. and find a seat from the other side. Occupy the back and side seats if necessary. I position myself carefully in a spot at the back. Rather watch what's happening and do my best to blend in. Horatio in red outfit is about to continue. Another moves in from the shadowy arcades to the side, climbs the steps to the podium. His feet echo slowly on marble tiles. Horatio closes his mouth and deflates a bit. The other one is moving pretty slowly from the envious look of my closest neighbors. I can only imagine what that's purpose. I'm doing very poorly. Just reading out this text. Oh my god. Ugh. He dismisses Fred with a casual gesture of the hand, smile. Alright, Horatio leaves the hand. With a grin, second Horatio turns, escape flowing in emphatic demonstration that he's here, demands our attention. When he speaks, his inflections are slightly different. I surmise probably spends all speaking in public. Thank you, second-rate Master Sergeant Extras B12. That will be all. To each and every me, welcome to Campus Station, finest in the cluster. Our memory imprints do not cover the last couple of decades. The last backup was distributed among known facilities in this quadrant. Therefore, a lot of the information you know, things you know, may be outdated. This is a crash course in what has happened while you were sleeping. Let's start with the most important thing. Etiquette with regards to my person. You may address it as Sir Drank Esteemed Grand Headmaster Rachai Aeternus BO2. In settings that comprise initiate level station personnel, you may call me simply Grand Headmaster or Master Aeternus BO2. In public, you will always address me as Your Likeness, provided that the honorifics have been properly given and received. Small setting, subsequently, Sir. He pauses for a second. Now, this is covered, let's move to secondary topics. First, your own identity. With a great pleasure that I deem you appreciate. More specifically, your full name will be First Level Initiate Megrez. This is your facility of origin and your chosen name, along with our decanting birth and batch number. Batch 21. There is a hall pad on your desk. Use it now to approve your suggested name, pick another. I look at the hall pad resting on top of the desk. The screen reads, First Level Initiate Megred is Holdus F21. That to be by that name. Let's find some more. I rake my mind for an idea. Type in letters. Wait, no. I stuck with that. Find something discreet to blend in. I press the delete button. Words enter your name appear instead. You know what? Obviously we are going for the only name we know, Horatio. The words, "You cannot name yourself Horatio, for you are not him," screen. If no satisfactory name is entered, you will lose naming privileges. I guess there is only one Horatio. But what if I were to do it again? Screen flashes red before settling. Report submitted to local leadership for attempted impersonation and possible maniacal delusion. Default name selected. Your name is First Level Initiate Megrez Placeholders F21. This is how you do one of the achievements. So much for bullying. Horatio on stage. Horatio on stage must have some way of checking your progress, because after a moment he continues. As initiates, you need not address category X personnel. Unsightly species you may encounter directly. I find the closest to do that. Be aware that there are many new species that we now to his glorious empire. Anyways aside, there might be some more aliens around the station. Not be alone. They should all be the same. Generally, masses are kept away from their betters. Several client species are permanent residents aboard campus station. It is entirely possible that some of them presented in 2 weeks. Should you need to communicate with them, they are familiar with our speech and will attempt to replicate it to the best of their ability. Most of the new species we have encountered have proven to be just as disappointing as we expected. He smirks, he flicks his wrist and pulls his belt back free. With a wave, buckle lights up, revealing a small holopad. Fancy. It is fancy. Now, for a brief overview, what has happened in the last decades. Relationships with so-called fledgling United Empire remain very cold. Representatives from their young leader, male human called Zelvis, have refused vassalage under the specious leadership of Horatio himself. Similarly, they have repelled violently several attempts at claiming outer planets for our empire. Proceed with caution. Relationship with the robotic insectoid hive known as the Cravers are still at an all-time low. They have eaten the last dozen animals, as well as the ships they came on. The colony of Heka lost after we had to vitrify the surface in the year 10,190 after him. Their strength would make a great addition to the Empire, but at this time we are not pursuing efforts any further. Cravers are the best choice to splice with Horatio in Outer Space 2. Plus 5% on planets of everything is a lot. This is the best trifecta. Cravers, Vodyani, and the Riftborn. Get the three of them. You have the best pops in the game. aside from Formender, with Gene Hunter Formenders with swords. Yeah, those are best ones. Similarly, we are currently not in speaking terms with the Southern Republic. Some diminutive know-it-alls have recently jumped the gun and seized the system of Ingress and... Wait, this happened centuries ago. He flicks around several screens on his call screen in rapid succession. All this information is completely out of date. Who messed with geopolitics database? Surrounded by complete idiots, I swear. Never mind this. Turns off the holoscreen size continues. I guess I'll be doing this from memory. Might be a bit patchy, something that definitely encounter too once you start living in your body for a while. Something to do having millennia of memories of him. Moving on, you might be wondering why so many of you decanted at this time, and for what purpose. Stations home to Horatio Academy, best and brightest of his siblings, come from all the Empire for education. Best of these, in turn, get a shot at joining the other academy, led by a Vadiani male called Isyander. Like to make an announcement? Isyander Shumed is a bitch-ass motherfucker. I cannot. My own copy pasta. Isyander Shumed is a bitch-ass motherfucker. He took my fucking faithful. That's right, he took my fucking faithful. Oh my god, yeah, no, I cannot do it. I do have a copy pasta somewhere. Endless memes folder, so... Zodiani. Life-sucking goons who live in gigantic space arcs and prey defenseless souls of the orb. Except this Isyander fellow, who fled them, founded the Academy, a place that has grown into immense power. They have knowledge and mastery of dust. Your purpose, if you end up among the chosen few, is to go there and acquire some of this knowledge and power and bring it back for the glory of his empire. Finally, so many of you. Well, two of our exploration vessels disappeared recently. Recently they contained the brightest minds of this generation, our best shot at getting the knowledge we're seeking. They're gone. Just a few very short weeks before Horatio Prime himself is due to review our Academy cadets. Horatio Prime himself is coming to Kappa Station, and we have no cadets. Shame bring to me to the whole station would be unbearable. Anyway, we've got about 3 weeks to become these cadets. There will be extensive training. There will be classes, there will be etiquette courses, lessons, also free dances. There will be no failure, or else. I know some of you already looked to ways of distinguishing yourselves. I do not want me remembering your name. He looks at each of us individually, but his gaze seems to linger on me for just a beat. Oh, so this is what shame feels like. Now, if you have questions, keep them for our instructors tomorrow. Time for you to get sustenance and retire to your personal quarters. He turns away and walks out the same way he came, under the arcades and out of sight. A Eternus PO2 guy is something else. What a jackass. Guess that's how people are out here. He has a certain allure. If I understand it correctly, I have 3 weeks to not pass for no more ratio to become an outstanding specimen, worthy of standing on to steal secrets from a powerful alien entity. Gotcha. People have already started getting up. The other one comes back. Master Surgeon something, I believe? Attention, please. You are now going to be provided with dinner. Follow me to the mess hall. Without waiting, he turns around, walks down the podium, and off into the direction opposite the one he came. My brethren and I quickly follow. Finally, we get there, and I'm feeling like my tongue just stiff. I've drank my whole tea. Jay, don't do endless Space 2 streams. I wasn't prepared for so much talking. So I guess I'll just maybe do it like through the week. I can start Chimera Squad Friday. No D&D. 14 or Saturday. D&D. I'll figure something out, but I think I'll do like possibly daily streams. Just shorter. I'll have to throw away, but I'll throw out the bit tomorrow to throw out the final Space 2 to look into. Sure, let's save it here. My god, the last time I June 8th. Why not? Okay. So there's saves page 1 in pages of saves. How many pages of saves is here? Okay, that's a lot of saves. Alright, since we've here, I say we end stream here. So we continue tomorrow. Yeah. I'll try not to forget about it. So, yeah. See ya. Bye bye.